Okay, we can find the slope using 2 points on a graph or on a line. So if we know 2 points, we can use those to find the graph find the slope without actually even using a graph at all. Now in theory, you could plot these points and then graph them, and then use the method for a graph where you just count up and over, rise over run. But this one is a little bit different. So let's use this. We're going to use this equation. So the slope is m, and it's going to equal the difference between the y's, so y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All right, so now what in the world does that mean? Well, look, so these two are going to be one ordered pair, x comma y, and then these two are going to be another pair. And you know what? It doesn't matter which one is x1 versus y1. You just have to keep the pairs over the top of one another. Okay, so let's practice this and see how it looks. All right, so here's our first example. 6 comma 5 and 17 comma 18. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write m equals, and I'm going to draw my line. And now I'm going to take I'm going to take the y's, so y2 minus y1. Now, I'm going to call this one group 1 and this one group 2, right? So y2 would be 18 minus y1, which is 5. And I'm going to put that over the top of x2, which is 17, and then minus the first x. Okay, so let's look at how these connect. 17 comma 18 right here, that's the 2's, and then 6 comma 5 is right there. Okay, so they're connected that way. So that's how you do it. If you put the 5 and the 6 first and subtract the 18 and the 17 from them, it's fine, because what you're going to have then is two negative numbers on top of one another, which then cancel each other out, and you would get the same thing. So we're going to solve this. So 18 minus 5 is 13, and 17 minus 6 is 11. All right, now we don't change this into a mixed number. We leave this as it is. So the answer to this question is just that, 13 over 11. That is the slope. M equals, so I can rewrite this one more time, m equals 13 over 11. Final answer. All right, let's take a look at some more. All right, these are almost the same points, right? That's pretty interesting. The only difference is a positive and a negative 8. So that means that the x-intercept is both the same. So in theory, let's think about what this looks like. If we go to on negative 11, go over here, so to say this is negative 11, and then we're going to have a positive 8 and a negative 8. That means this, guys, is a vertical line. Okay, that's important to know, because what we know about vertical lines is they don't have a slope, because what's going to happen is we're going to divide by 0. So let's see what that looks like. All right, so m equals, and I'm going to put the y's on top. So I'm going to do this one's first one, this one's the second one. So negative 8 minus 8, positive 8. And then on the bottom, I'm going to do negative 11 minus negative 11. All right, so to do my math, so if I go back to subtracting integers, negative numbers here, negative 8 minus 8, so subtracting a positive number is the same thing as adding a negative number. Okay, so negative 8 plus negative 8 is negative 16. And negative 11 minus negative 11, well, I like to think about this way. This is negative 11 plus 11, which negative 11 plus positive 11 is 0. You cannot define or divide by 0, so this is an undefined, or you could say this is, oops, I guess I don't need a really another equal sign. I'm going to do this here. M equals no slope. Okay? All right, let's check this one out. M equals, All right, we'll make this one 1, this one 2, so we're going to do negative 20 minus negative 15. Put those in parentheses just to keep it nice and neat. And then the negative 20 goes with 11, subtract, negative 15 goes with 5. All right, so I'm going to do these the way. So negative 20, I'm going to do plus positive 15, okay, because keep the first one the same and you do the opposite. I call this the Sioux method, same, opposite, opposite. So I just kept the negative 20 is the same. I changed the minus sign to a plus and the positive or negative sign to a positive. Now I have a negative plus a positive. I find the difference. The difference between 20 and 15 is 5. And since 20 is the larger number and it is negative, it's going to be a negative 5. Then 11 minus 5 is 6 on the bottom, and so the answer to this one is m is equal to negative 5/6. That is the slope of this line. All right. Last example for today, and notice that we're going to have some same numbers here. So this is either a horizontal or vertical line, and if I go back up here and look at the negative 11s, I can say that if the x's are the same, it's vertical. If the y's are the same, it's horizontal. So this one's going to be horizontal. So you could theoretically just know this one, but let's solve it and we'll see how it works. All right, so on top, we're going to have negative 14, and this is the second one. So negative 14 goes with 11 minus, and then I'm going to do, it's also going to be negative 14 minus 5. All right, so same opposite opposite here. Negative 14 plus positive 14 is 0, and then this is 6. And so, I keep doing that, m equals 0. The slope is 0 in this case. All right, so that is how to solve it. This is the hardest way probably to solve for the slope. So practice this one. If you have questions, please ask me, and I'll gladly help you.